Hello there, my name is Conrad Gayle. Welcome to the Conrad Gayle Review, where I review the best in music, food, and culture. Right now, I am talking to saxophonist, composer, David Rubel, who is hot off the heels released his first album, Into the Dark. And he is an educator, he's also an educator. And he does clinics all over the city of Toronto, and he also does functions for special events. So I want to start off by saying, how do you do?
Very well, thank you.
And tell me, how did you get into music in the first place?
Originally, I was at home one day, and my cousins had been living in Japan for a while, and they flew back to visit us, and my mom wanted to take one of my cousins to the music store and buy her a guitar. So she basically asked me if I wanted to come with, and while I was there, asked if I wanted to play a musical instrument, and I picked out saxophone, and I thought it looked way cooler than anything else in the store, and I had my first lesson that day and never looked back.
And how old are you when you read it?
I was 11.
Okay. I think it tends to be when you're in 10 plus, you learn these wind instruments, and when you're younger, you pick up piano.
Yeah.
And violin even. I think it's all in the development.
Totally agree.
Exactly. So your love of the saxophone has taken you through high school, and then you went through U of T.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me your U of T experiences.
U of T is a phenomenal music program. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone. They have some incredible teachers there. Although I would say that every university or college in and around Toronto is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a ton from U of T. I got to perform with people like Maria Schneider and Donnie McCaslin, Kirk MacDonald. I got to study with the Rolling Stones saxophonist Tim Reese, as well as Mike Murley, who's a local saxophone hero. And yeah, U of T is a phenomenal program, and I would not be the same musician without it.
Okay, and out of all the teachers you studied with, who was the one with the most lasting impression?
That's a pretty easy one, actually. I would have to go with Mike Murley. I just think his music is pretty special. And I know that opinion is mirrored through a lot of people. He's just an incredible writer. He really knows the history of the music. And
That's good.
yeah.
Have you heard his stuff with Metalwood?
Yeah, I have. Metalwood is not my favorite stuff of his, but I do like it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know with Mike Murley, he recently won a Juno, and a couple of his songs are my favorites. Like Sunny's Way is a good one,
Yeah, I like Sunny's Way.
and Test of Time, the one that won the Juno.
Yeah.
It's a swinging blues, and he's an excellent composer.
Absolutely.
So you release Into the Dark. It's tell me more about the album, and what are your goals with this album?
Well, the album started off as a single that I won a grant to do a single, and I kind of just figured that if I was going to go into the studio and rehearse with these really fantastic musicians, I might as well snowball into something else. So I started thinking about that. I started writing, and called on some of my close friends to form a band, and we started doing a lot of rehearsal, looking at the entire album is 7 original compositions of mine, and yeah, we did a lot of rehearsal. We are still rehearsing, actually. It's been great. It's turned into a kind of a project that's continued past the recording. So we get together about once a week and go over new stuff, some old stuff. And it's a great time.
And it's important that. Tell me the importance of having a stable band.
It's I think it's a really amazing thing. I was reading this Dave Liebman article about, he was talking about the importance of keeping the same band members, and he's been playing with some of those guys for 20 to 40 years, and you just think about the rapport that they have, and already with the group that I play with, David Rubel Quartet, we really notice a difference from how we sound now to before the record. So you think about, that's only been a few months, and you think about how you play together after 20 years, and it's staggering the amount of past experiences you can draw on together.
That's good.
Really grow together, yeah.
Yeah. And my final question I always ask musicians is, tell me your favorite musician or musicians' recordings and why.
That's a really great question. Something that I've been listening a lot to lately that I haven't in years is a John Coltrane album called Crescent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually on the CD release party, which is November 5th. We'll be playing one or two pieces from there.
Is one of them Alabama?
Not Alabama, although I really do love Alabama. We'll be playing Wise One, which is the second track on the album. And it's just incredible music. Some other things that I really like, I've always loved Sonny Rollins live at the Village Vanguard.
The trio with his trio.
Yeah,
that's a killer album, and I especially love Sunny Moon for Two, the way he takes on the blues.
Absolutely, it's just so rhythmic and motifs. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, and where can they get your album?
It's available. It will be available on iTunes as well as Amazon, November 5th, as well as we're doing a discount for anyone who comes to the CD release.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where is the CD release?
The CD release is at the Jazz Bistro, and it's this coming Tuesday, a week today actually, November 5th, and at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is Conrad Gayle from the Conrad Gayle Review. You've been listening to David Rubel. Come check it. I encourage you to check out the CD Into the Dark, and continue to check out http conradgayle.blogspot.com. Peace.